Hello everyone, here are the solutions of paper 2 economics of 2014. Question number 1. Who distinguished between value in use and value in exchange and gave the famous example of diamonds in water? It was distinguished by Adam Smith. This theory is called diamond water paradox. In that theory he says, as we know the marginal utility of water is more as compared to the marginal utility of diamonds. But still the price of diamonds is much higher than that of water. For detailed answer, you can watch the video of diamond water paradox which I have made previously. Question number 2. In an economy of two individuals A and B and two commodities X and Y, general equilibrium of production and exchange occurs when? It is the third condition of general equilibrium. It is also called product mix, where we take both the things, production and consumption. It is at the point where MRT of XY is equal to MRS of A XY is equal to MRS of B XY. The situation is called product mix, where we have two individual and two commodities. Here the slope of PPC is equal to slope of IC, as you can see the same equation here. MRPT, marginal rate of product transformation, it is also called MRT. This is the slope of PC is equal to MRS of AXY is equal to MRS of BXY. And slope of IC is denoted by MRS, marginal rate of substitution, slope of PPC by MRPT, marginal rate of product transformation. I have previously made a video with the explanation of this. You can go through that. Third question, when income effect becomes stronger than substitution effect, here it means the income effect is greater than the substitution effect, the labor supply curve will bend backwards. I have explained this in detail in previous video. As you can see, the third stage where income effect is greater than substitution effect. It's a stage which comes later on where you spend less time but you earn more. Question number 4, assertion reason. Assertion. The concept of supply curve is meaningless for the monopolist. Reason. Monopolists are price setter. It does not make reuse to ask what output they will produce at various prices. Both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Since we know monopolist is single seller, it's his wish at what price he want to sell the commodity. And there is no point of supply curve, it becomes meaningless in the case of monopolist. Fifth question, predatory pricing policy is designed to drive competitors out of the business. Predatory pricing is a type of dumping. What happens in this is the person sells its product at very low prices until all the competitors drives out of the business. And then later on, he slowly and gradually increases the prices. For example, Jio. Next question, match the following. First one, screen hypothesis was given by Paul W. Miller and A. Walker. And job market signaling was given by M. Spencer. The problem of moral hazard in the case of medical insurance by K.J. Arrow. And D. The market for lemons was given by George A. Ekerlof. I have previously made a video on market for lemons by George Ekerlof. You can go through that. C is the right option. Seventh question. An industry whose long-run supply curve is horizontal is called constant cost industry. Question number 8. The practice of charging each customer the reservation price is called first degree price discrimination. So what happens in this? The customer is charged the maximum price when pay. Ninth question. Frictional unemployment is also called turnover unemployment. Question number 10. Arrange the following in chronological order. Firstly came the absolute income hypothesis, then came relative income hypothesis, then came life cycle hypothesis, then came permanent income hypothesis. C is the right answer, 1, 4, 3, 2. You can remember it like this, A.R. Rahman and Lalu Prasad. Firstly came A.R. Rahman, then Lalu Prasad. You can just remember it this way. ARLP. 11th question. It looks a big question, but in the end he is just asking the formula of tax multiplier. What's the formula of tax multiplier? Minus MPC upon MPS. So when we elaborate it, the formula becomes minus B upon 1 minus B plus BT1. You must always remember that the only multiplier which has negative sign is tax multiplier. So when he is asking about tax multiplier, as you can see in the option, the only second option has the negative sign. So second is the right answer. As you know, when tax rate is calculated in percentage, the formula become minus MPC upon MPS plus MPC multiplied by tax rate. Question number 12. Which of the following components of aggregate demand is self-terminating and self-financing? Second one, durable consumption expenditure. For example, LED. We don't buy LED every month, right? So it is a durable consumption expenditure. At the same time, some people are like, as the new model comes, they want that model. So this is also self-terminating. It's your wish whenever you want to terminate it. And self-financing as well. Question number 13. Arrange the following four components of money supply M1, M2, M3 and M4 in ascending order from small to big. So as we know, M4 has the lowest liquidity and M1 has the highest liquidity. So the sequence would be M4, M3, M2 and M1 from small to big. Here you can see the components of M1, M2, M3 and M4. M1 is equal to currency with public plus demand deposit in commercial banks plus other deposit with RBI. M0, reserve money is equal to currency in circulation plus demand deposit with RBI plus other deposits with RBI. M2 is equal to components of M1 plus post office bank savings. M3 is equal to M1 plus time deposits with commercial banks, fixed deposit or recurring deposit. M4, M3 plus total post office deposits. Question 14. Who among the following economists imparted money demand of a portfolio theory approach? Money demand of a portfolio theory approach was given by James Tobin and Milton Friedman. Third and fourth are correct. B is the right answer. Question number 15. Which of the following is not the characteristics of Phillips curve? First one is not the characteristics. Other three are the characteristics of Phillips curve. Those are the unemployment rate when money waste stabilizes is 5.5%. Then the price expectation are static. And what it says in the first one, it is adaptive. It is not adaptive, it is static. Last one, there is a loop around Phillips curve. And Phillips curve shows the relationship between inflation and unemployment. I have made a video on this previously. 16th question. The crowding out effect is zero when there is liquidity trap or investment is perfectly interest inelastic. I have previously made a video on this. You can go through that for complete detailed information. So in this, as you can see, as the government increases expenditure, the IS curve shifts to the right side. But there is no change in the investment, which means investment is perfectly interest inelastic. When there is no crowding out, or you can say zero crowding out, the LM becomes horizontal, and in full crowding out, the LM is vertical. 17th question. Meeting the needs of present generation without compromising with the needs of future generation is called sustainable development. Question number 18. The full capacity growth rate in Harrod-Domer model is also known as warranted growth rate. Full capacity growth rate means full employment growth rate, and by Harrod-Domer it was named as warranted growth rate. Question number 19. Inventors of HDI are. So here the right answer is not mentioned in the question, so marks were allotted to all the students. The right answer is Mehboob ul Haq. He is a Pakistani economist. Question number 20. What are the components of PQLI? First of all, you must know PQLI was given by Morris de Morris, and the components are infant mortality, life expectancy at the age of 1 and basic literacy at age of 15. So B is the right answer. Third, second and fourth are correct. Thank you.